What if we recharge ourselves as much as we recharge our cell phones?
Oh.
This is part one of a two-part series on getting the rest we need.
Hi, I'm Linnetta.
And I'm Patrick.
And together we are co-founders of
Verticalconnections, Inc.
Thank you for joining us again. If you have not subscribed, please do so. Also, click the like button and share this message.
We greatly appreciate when you leave comments, and we look forward to those that are in the future. To avoid the negative effects of chronic stress and burnout, we need time to replenish and return to our pre-stress level of functioning.
This recovery process requires shutting down the work station. We're talking about periods of time when you are neither engaged in working activities nor thinking about work.
2 weeks ago, we shared a video about school's out and summer's in. And that was all about students coming home and now having to readjust their routines, as well as parents and guardians doing the same thing and finding time so that way that they can eliminate that summer slug that usually comes over kids during that summer time.
Yes. Today we are focusing on adults. Being mindful to take care of yourself and stay charged.
Right.
As a family and as individuals.
The first one we want to focus on is to take time away.
Number one.
We take less vacations, we work longer days, and we retire later in life. This equates to the perfect equation for a storm.
Not good, not good. Here are a few benefits of taking a vacation.
Vacations make you feel good. When you are doing something that feels good, your brain releases dopamine. And dopamine is that chemical that makes you feel good.
Okay.
And if you have the right amount in your body and your brain, you are going to be so much better off. So it's always good to make sure that you are doing things that help release dopamine.
Vacation makes a happier life. The more active you are with your leisure time and the more control you have with your free time, the more likely you are to be satisfied with life overall.
Decreased burnout. Workers who take regular time and relax are less likely to burn out, making them more creative and productive than their overworked and under-rested counterparts.
Number two, it's okay to say no.
No.
Give yourself permission to say no, to not be helpful. I know that sounds weird, but it's necessary. Saying no can be difficult for many reasons.
Why is it difficult?
For a lot of us, because it's often associated with being rude or even selfish.
But to the contrary, saying no actually means you know your value. Saying no actually means that you are caring enough about yourself to maintain healthy boundaries.
We often feel immense pressure to do things we don't want to do. I tell you what, as often we place these pressures upon ourselves. We think about what we should do, we think about what we want to do, or the exception of others, what they have about us, their opinions. You cannot control that.
Not at all. These thoughts can overwhelm us, debilitate us, and leave us feeling conflicted, restricted, or full of angst. We forget it is okay to say no. The key is learning to balance kindness and courteousness without sacrificing your own sense of self-worth. Life flows, moves, and progresses, whether we say no or not.
Yes, it does. We can make the choice to go through it hurriedly or peacefully at a good pace.
People are always going to have requests. Sometimes you'll be able to help. Sometimes you will not.
You are still good either way. It's okay. If you put others before yourself all the time, you are going to feel it. You're going to burn out, and you are mentally going to become worthless.
It is. It's going to be taxing on you and yourself, and you're going to be more worried about that that others think about rather than ourselves.
Physically exhausted, right?
Absolutely.
Set boundaries to validate healthy relationships. Yes, set boundaries to validate healthy relationships. And practice acceptance that you cannot control their opinions of you.
Realize that it is okay to say no, even if you've already said yes. If you realize you were not being true to yourself.
Yes, when you get to that point where you know you're not being true to yourself, you have to take a step back. It's better to make the right decision late than to follow through and make the wrong decision, and then your attitude is totally negative.
Because that way you can avoid that ripple effect of consequences that affect you and others. So think before you respond yes. The third one we want to touch on today is connection with the arts and nature.
Something as simple as going to a play, a movie, or a public museum.
Exploring your inner creativity with a drawing board, a sketchboard, or paints. I know so many times when we sit down and we might be in a meeting or we are in other places and we've got this pencil and paper, and all of a sudden we start to create this drawing.
Doodling.
And next thing you know, you're going along and you've created something that you didn't even know, one, that you could do, and then two, that your mind was even focused on or thinking about. It was something that was in the back of your mind, and it just came to life right on the paper in front of you. This is actually a good way just for you to release some of that tension and stress.
Very good. Yes. Others find it therapeutic to get dirty. Yes, get dirty. The sensation of your fingers and your hands in dirt and soil. Between your fingers, getting ready to plant some seeds and the expectation of a sprouting outcome of goodness.
You know, that experience in the dirt and enjoying that, getting your hands dirty, also goes along with going for a walk, sitting in a park, or just spending time at the start of the day on your deck.
True.
It gives you an opportunity to appreciate the sounds of Mother Nature, and after you've been in the dirt and you've repotted those plants or you've put in those seeds, it gives you time to just sit and enjoy the work that you've done in the past, where it really wasn't even work. You were just enjoying yourself and being creative.
Yes, not obligated to it, just something that you had on your mind to do.
Resting doesn't always equate to doing nothing physical. Doing something in a physical nature can be quite refreshing. So we hope that you will take these and use them, put them into action. And next week we plan on finishing these. We have 4 more really important ways for you to catch up and rest up so that you are recharged. So until next time,
get connected to
go vertical.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.